has sounded, and this crowd has begun its battle cry inside the walls of Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. On the Rams sideline, get a look at their head coach. They've been playing some of their best football, winning 8 of their last 10 games. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker looks all set down there. And here we go. Going to be a cold one from Arrowhead. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. We got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. 2nd down. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. And oh, he drops the deep shot. A big play to start the game, but it slips through. Incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. 3rd and long for Mahomes. That's caught by the rookie from Texas A&M. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Got a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception. His effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win. There's certainly some momentum to build on today.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Robbed for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended target there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
On 3rd down, Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Chargers lined up in punt formation, and he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Play action, Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Encroachment, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. He dodged the tackle. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be right up against that line that they need and make it 3rd and maybe a yard at most from the 34.
That's a gain of 6.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. It's Pacheco on 3rd. He's stopped at the 31-yard line. Manages a gain of 3 there. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Right up the gut. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
To the air, Mahomes. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carried by Harris here, start the drive. Free up the middle, it's a breakaway. He goes the distance, touchdown LA. The Chargers Najee Harris, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Mejia with the return. Zips away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And we'll see, Brock, if they go back to that ground game this drive after how well they ran it their last time out.
I'm going to probably say yes on that one, Kate. This is a team with a known identity across the league. They're going to hang their hat on running the football effectively. I think they'll get right back to work.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Going to the ground again on throws. And a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now pass play. Here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Chargers are going to opt for a 50B 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Right back to Rice. Caught again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The Chargers have an early lead. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. On the move, past the 40. He's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a gain of 22. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Looks like a design run here from Mahomes. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
16 more yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Back to throw Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. On return, here comes Davis. He is rocked. That ball's free. And they steal it back on the return. Well, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Mahomes. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Butker knocks it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive ends with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. This is to Harris working the outside. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Herbert now to throw on third. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's fourth down coming up. J.K. Scott on the punt. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Catch made left side by Palmer. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here he goes, third and long. That's caught for the first. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48.
Another throw for Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be third down.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending 1st and 10. few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs go up by 12. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs bump the lead up to 13 points. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
He's going to be brought down right at the 35. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Arrowhead on the other side. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Again, it's Hampton. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Herbert from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun give to Hampton. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but across the line there, that earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And they get this down to the 28.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. He's out of bounds to set up 1st and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So the penalty backs him up. Here's a 1st and 20. Here's Herbert. That's caught stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. First and goal, Los Angeles.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Set.
Now Herbert again. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 1-score game before halftime.
Los Angeles.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers get it back to within 6.
20. Chargers 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's Thomas on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
So a one-possession game, Brock. And with no halftime report this week, it seems we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Chargers start being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. New set of downs for him from the 31. Harris gets it on the counter. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First and 10. Here's Hampton. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That's Harris on the right side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. We've set it downs from 37.
First down, Chargers.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds Johnston. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chargers.
From the red zone on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Hampton. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On third down, Herbert. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're going to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal.
Dicker connects there. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
Here's Thomas on the return. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Mahomes will hang on to it. They get to him behind the line block. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
Christian Wilkins.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape that that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Making the call himself. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
On the play. That's good. Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Yellow.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10.
Zone read. It's Pacheco. Still fighting forward. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 9-point advantage. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs make it a 10-point ball game.
Chargers 17.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
On the return, here comes Davis. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First call here coming from the shotgun. To throw, Herbert. They send it in the hands of Will Dissly. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They give to Harris from the gun. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Harris once more. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Herbert to throw. Racing down the left side. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. And we'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Chargers, first down.
Throwing now, Herbert. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Takes off right out of the read option. Running in the red zone. And he will have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game.
Chargers 24. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Mejia with the return. He dodged the tackle. And he gave it his best to get to the 25. Just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense is set. This is second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter first and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
Another throw for Mahomes. Short pass brought in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
To number 84.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to Hampton. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down.
Hampton gets the handoff. Shoots away from one. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's complete to Johnston, outright. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Staying on the grab with Harris. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Jansen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
4 yards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it, drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Harris gets it on the draw. And the defense all over this run. Maybe got a yard there as he tried to bounce that one outside. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to throw it. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete. Kate, he's going to need a lot of support from his teammates after that one because he knows it. Everybody knows it. The game may have rested on that try, and that'll be one that's tough not to dwell on.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs holding on to a field goal lead. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes now. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Here he is to throw. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Kansas City sends out its punt team. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
Another pistol to get to Harris. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running line.
No question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Back to throw. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. And we've got to regroup for 2nd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To throw. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Mejio with the return. Escapes the defender. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Kansas City.